How will you be remembered?
I'm someone who fought back.
To know what were your first thoughts when you read the scripts for the first time?
I laughed and I cried and I gasped, and it was interesting because I was reading all the draft scripts alone in my room at night, so it would have been really weird for any of my neighbors to just be like, oh. It was impossible not to. The writing is just so beautiful.
Yeah, I have to agree. I was really impressed with their ability to adapt the story in a way where there was something for everyone. I think all of the characters are very complex. They're all going through their own, circumstances that in life, and still being able to coexist together during this crazy time. So, them being able to squeeze all of that life in 8 episodes was something to be marveled over.
In which aspects did you identify with the story and what happens and everything that's going on in our world right now?
I think that's the thing. I think that they made characters who are incredibly relatable. And I think the more that you can relate to the people that you're watching on screen, the more you can kind of empathize with what they're going through. Even no matter how spectacular the circumstances are, I think as long as you care about the characters at first, that's the first step, then anything that you put them through.
And I think it was really interesting. We've started filming this in 2021, so we're coming right off the back of the COVID pandemic. And I think it was really interesting. We had just gone through something that affected the entire globe and changed everyone's perspective, I think. And this is a similar story where all of humanity has to face a new issue or knowledge that changes the way they see everything.
I would like to know a little bit about how, the shooting, because you have stories going on everywhere in the world with different characters, and and of course you have this whole fantasy world. So how was the shooting? Because this series is crazy.
Yeah,
I think the visual part, I think that Jess can comment on more, just because she was more involved in the VR.
Yeah. I was very lucky to do all that game stuff with John, and it was wild walking onto a set because the set department had built like part of it already, and so like lots of it is your imagination, but at least you get to climb up this sandy hill and kind of look out, and then you really are given the gift of support from those other departments. And then you get to do those beautiful, nuanced, dramatic scenes.
And Jean has an interesting journey in this series, because I think she's one of the first people that really thinks, okay, there's something really weird going on here with this game and with this VR. So I want you to tell me a little bit about her journey throughout the whole series.
Oh, okay. Well, from the top of the series, that's where Sol's character actually introduces the whole problem of scientists, that whole epidemic of scientists.
Scientists ending themselves.
Ending themselves.
And then on top of that, being science is broken.
Yeah.
And presenting that to someone that he trusts, which is Jin, because she has such an advanced mind, and if he is encountering a problem, I think Jin is the one that he would absolutely call first, and that's what he did.
So right from the get-go, you already have that huge problem that's affecting the science community, and then she discovers the game, and suddenly she finds, 1, a distraction, and 2, an incredible problem-solving mission that she can really dig her ambitious claws into. And it's at some point she kind of realizes, there could be some connection, not everything is coincidence. And because Jin is so driven and just so tunnel vision towards like a goal, and the goal is to solve the problem and solve the big answers, she just keeps driving forward. And I think that hopefully will really take the audiences for a ride as well, to keep driving forward and going, what's next, what's really going on here? As she tries to unravel the mysteries of the universe, really.
And Jovan, Saul is one of the characters that, as you were saying, he noticed that he puts the problem on the table, but he also is one of the characters that grows the most along the series. So I want you to tell me how was developing this character that has to grow along with the story.
I think it was an exciting opportunity just because he's a character that I don't identify with. I think he's one of those guys that when he's presented a problem that's very similar to what Jess is expressing, he's gonna see it as like it's a problem, but you know what the hell, whatever. Might as well live and let die. Let's party until we can't party anymore. His lack of ambition was something that was apparent from the beginning, and I think that they wanted David, Dana, and Alex wanted to have a place for him to go. They wanted him to be able to. I don't even know if he's found himself by the end of the season, but I think that he's put in an opportunity where he's getting there. That's the best way to put it. That's a great point. Is that he's getting there.